Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing another journal with me. Coronavirus is still doing its thing, so I'm still at home just like most of you are. Most of you as in like the two people that watch these videos. So I'm still journaling. Today I'm using my dad's old real estate magazine that I found. If you can believe that. I actually found some stuff to use in it and I just went through it, which I'm doing right now, and try to see what I can cut up from it to use in journal spreads. I obviously didn't use everything that I cut out today, but I just have them in case. And I'm going through and I'm also ripping out little blocks of text because there's this concept I had in mind that I found on Pinterest, and I wanted to try it. I'll have the picture like right here. So yeah, I also cut out this little head. He's really doing the most. His brain is just, yeah, so I cut him off, but the top of his head got sliced off, which is kind of annoying, but he's cool. And yeah, I just went through the notebook, cut out stuff, cut out text, as I just said. I also found these little like events, what's the word, like I just found like these little dates written, so I cut them up and I can use them when that date comes. So it was like April 27th, 28th, and 29th, so I can stick that in my journal on that date. And yeah, this is me trying to figure out how I'm going to lay out my little scraps of text. And it doesn't really look it at first, but it ended up working out. So I kind of played around with that for a little while, and then when I figured it out, I took a picture of it on my phone, which you should be seeing right now. Oh, but before that, I decided to add something to it. So I ripped out a piece of black construction paper from my construction paper pad that I was planning on putting underneath all of this to give it like a cool effect. I ended up ripping the paper, but it worked out. So here's me taking a picture, and then I put the black paper underneath, which you can see I ripped really badly. I'm really good at ripping stuff, as you can tell, and I just kind of try to make it look aesthetically pleasing, and it doesn't really work out all the time, but that's okay. And then I cut it to size. And then here's when I started actually placing down the little scraps of paper, and I'll start gluing them down in a second. But I just kind of followed the picture that I took, but it ended up looking a lot different than the picture, and I kind of prefer it more than my original plan. So yeah, I just glued it down with my glue stick. And then after I got everything glued down, I took this white Jelly Roll pen. If you guys don't know Jelly Roll, it's a really popular gel pen. And I outlined everything, and then my camera died. But in that meantime, I decided to do the other half of my journal because I thought it would look cool. And then I took the little brain guy that I talked about earlier and cut him in half, and then stuck each side onto my journal. And I kind of ruined his side profile, but it's okay. And then I decided to put a quote on that same page, but then later I ended up doing a whole separate spread with the quote. So I went through the magazine again and cut out the letters for my quote, which you'll see later. That took kind of a lot of time. Like, yeah. I really like the look of like magazine letter cutouts though. This one kind of looks sloppy, but I think it's cute. And then I went back to my Kohl's catalog from my last video just to see if there's any other letters I wanted to use that would have worked better probably. So yeah, so I tried it out, but then I realized it didn't work, so I just did a whole different spread. So I put down the quote, and you'll see I'll glue it down a little bit, but that's basically it. All of my spreads are really simple, so like there's not really much to commentate on it. It's just like gluing stuff down and cutting stuff out. But yeah, they're just kind of simple concepts. So here's me gluing it down like I was just saying. All of my cutouts had like a blue and like a green type theme, which I definitely did not mean to do, but I think it was just the magazine had that theme, so I guess that helped. And then I decided to use construction paper again. I never use construction paper, but like recently I just started using it because I found a pad like under my bed, because I never use construction paper. So I tried to rip it again to like glue it onto the sides of my journal, but it wasn't ripping the way I wanted it to. It was just like being too like linear, if that makes sense. And I kind of got it to work, but it could have worked out better, but that's okay. And I cut it to size, and that's basically it. So those are my 2 finished spreads. I really like how the first one turned out. I think that's one of my favorites. So the text is kind of dumb, but it's fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.